In the quiet woods near Jedburgh, Scotland, a strange kingdom was born, a kingdom that called itself the Kingdom of Kubala. It was ruled not by princes or politicians, but by a Ghanaian man who called himself King Atene and an African queen who claimed divine authority. Tonight, we uncover the truth behind their rise and their fall. His real name, Kofi Ayemang Ofe, a 36-year-old Ghanaian. Once he was the director of several small firms in entertainment, property, and retail. But when those ventures failed, Kofi reinvented himself. He became King Atene, ruler of a lost African nation. He promised a return to ancestral order, a divine system of justice and identity. Then came Jean Gashel, a Zimbabwean-born writer and nurse who once lived a quiet life in England. But something changed. She began calling herself Queen Nandi, Mother of Kubala. Jean was no stranger to controversy. Her online writings blended spirituality, family, and prophecy. Together, she and Kofi declared themselves rulers of a spiritual empire and moved into a forest near Jedburgh. As weeks passed, rumors spread through Jedburgh. Who were these people living off the grid? Were they tourists, missionaries, or something else entirely? Council officers visited the site and found makeshift huts, flags, and handwritten proclamations declaring sovereign territory of Kubala. There were no permits, no registration, no clear purpose. Before he was King Atene, Kofi Ayemang Ofe was a businessman. He ran several small firms in entertainment, property, and retail until each was struck up. After his ventures collapsed, he returned to faith, crafting a new identity, not an entrepreneur, but a monarch with a spiritual mission. Jane Gashel, Queen Nandi, was the heart of Kubala's ideology. Born in Zimbabwe, trained as a psychiatric nurse in the UK, she left her profession in 2007 to raise her children and write. Her blogs spoke of divine visions, ancestral spirits, and freedom from oppression. Online, she built a following, but in Jedburgh, her words became commands. She declared the land sacred, the king chosen, and herself the mouthpiece of heaven. By late spring, council officials had had enough. Letters demanding eviction were ignored. Warnings were unanswered. On a quiet morning in May 2025, police and immigration officers moved in. Inside the camp, banners fluttered, fires smoldered, and the self-proclaimed king and queen stood waiting. On May 15, 2025, uniformed officers entered the woodland camp near Jedburgh. What began as a civil eviction soon escalated into confrontation. King Atene stood firm, declaring the land divine territory. Queen Nandi read a proclamation, "No mortal court may judge us." But sovereignty claimed online meant nothing in a Scottish courtroom. Within minutes, the Kingdom of Kubala was dismantled. Cara Taylor, just 21 years old, had vanished from Dallas months earlier. For her family, she was the kind-hearted niece who loved gospel music and coffee rounds. For the kingdom of Kubala, she was Osnat of Atene, handmaiden to the queen. Her aunt, Pandora Skinner, watched in disbelief as Kara appeared online, dressed in robes, calling herself reborn. When she was found in Scotland, she insisted she was safe, that she had chosen this life. But to investigators, her freedom was questionable. Was the kingdom of Kubala a harmless spiritual community or a cult built and controlled? Former followers described isolation, strict obedience, and emotional manipulation. To outsiders, Kubala's leaders claimed divine authority. Inside, dissent was punished. After the arrest, Kubala's leaders were questioned by immigration officers. The camp was cleared, leaving behind only ashes and unanswered questions. Jean Gasher returned online, calling the event persecution of the chosen. Kofi Ofe vanished from public view, and Cora Taylor returned to silence. The kingdom of Kubala may be gone from the forest, but online it still lives in videos, hashtags, and followers who believe the prophecy continues. In an age of digital devotion, cults no longer need temples, only Wi Fi. Was it faith? Was it fraud? Or the desperate creation of people searching for belonging in a world that looked away? The kingdom of Kubala reminds us that the line between vision and delusion is as thin as belief itself. If the story moved you, share it, speak up when silence feels safer. And remember, truth deserves witnesses. This is the kingdom of Kubala, where belief became captivity.